matching defensively, matching personnel groups, and matching calls with the right group, and so forth, that type of thing. Um, Kind of continue to build on some live work. I try to get the players ready for some contacts. We've added a little bit each day that we've had on pads, and then get through the week here tomorrow night. Give us an opportunity to work on our game day routine, and get guys into the mindset of playing a game versus just coming out to practice, and what that entails in the preparation prior to the game, pregame warm up, and just generally getting ready to go. What that looks like, especially for guys that haven't been on this team, which is basically half our team. That the last time they played a game was with somebody else in college or some other NFL team. So the process is always a little bit different from team to team. And then we'll tune some things up here next week and get ready for the Giants. But it's kind of the way we're tracking here, and I think we're definitely making progress. We got miles to go, but we're inching along.
I'm Isaac Leibowitz here from Nightly News Kids Edition.
Yeah, are you this youngest reporter we've had?
14.
Stacy? 14? All right. Wow. Okay.
Coach Belichick, the team has been training hard out here. What sort of team bonding activities go on off the field?
Team bonding off the field. Yeah, well, we do a number of things. A lot of just getting to know your teammates. So doing things like that, making sure that, honestly, that we know our teammates, players, coaches, players. So learn about your teammates, whether that's sitting with them at dinner, whether it's doing trivia questions, whether it's sometimes they're counting on each other. It's like one die, all die. If one guy makes a mistake, then everybody pays the consequences. That brings everybody together. It doesn't really matter if you know it, but if somebody doesn't know it, then everybody loses. Or sometimes if one person knows it, everybody wins, and then that person gets a lot of appreciation from his teammates. So so different things like that.
I know it's Kendrick Bourne's birthday today. Are you planning on celebrating with the team?
Of course. Yeah. We had Henry Anderson yesterday, KB today. Yeah, we've had a bunch of birthdays, so yeah, we try to recognize those. Sometimes they slip by. Some guys want to be recognized. Some guys don't. Some of the older coaches don't necessarily need that. But yeah, sure, we'll get it. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for the questions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, that's it. All right.
Pretty much just set you free. Isaac, can you ask one more?
I know my friends and I watch a lot of football, more than our moms would like, but and we're obsessed with fantasy football. Even though you don't play, do you think it's a good or bad for the NFL?
Yeah, honestly, I don't really have any opinion on that because fantasy football doesn't mean anything to me. We're just trying to win games out here, and so I don't know who's hot, who's not, who wins, who doesn't. I don't really care about that. I just care about whether we win. So yeah, I have fun with that.
Coach Belichick, we've been impressed with the performance of Christian Barmore so far in this camp. Just share your thoughts on how you think he's done so far through 7 days.
Yeah, well, again, it's not really 7 days for us. This is really a continuation of the spring, so we go all the way back to the off-season program in mid-April. And Christian's done a good job. He's way ahead of where he was last year. First of all, he's in much better condition. Second of all, he has a much better understanding of what we do, what our opponents do, and the daily routine or the weekly routine, how the progression is going to go, because he's been through it. So, there were times with all rookies where they don't expect it to be as much as it is, or they expect it to be more than what it is, and then they, maybe fatigue and can't get through it. They just can't pace themselves just because they don't know. Now they know, and they're much better at that. So he's been more consistent. Again, like all second-year players, this isn't really unique to him, but he's been more consistent. Has a better understanding of our scheme, the opponent's scheme, what can happen, what's a problem, how to handle those problems when they come up. And his physical development, his techniques, his skills, overall strength, speed, stamina have, improved, which they were good anyway, but they've gotten better through training. So he's making progress. It's going to place.
Bill, what'd you see from Bill Murray to flip him from defense to offense?
I thought he'd be a good fit over there. He has some good traits that we look for in an offensive lineman, and we talked about it before and other points in time during his career, and just kind of felt like this is a good opportunity for him. We'd be able to give him reps. We felt like we'd given him enough of a look on defense to know where he is, but also to know if we had to move him back, that he would be able to do that. We'd have enough time to do it. So if that's in a couple weeks, I think we could get him ready to play on defense. He's smart. He knows what we're doing. He'd have to sharpen up his skills and so forth, but I think we could get to that point if we had to, and maybe somewhere along the line there's some type of a combination. But right now he's an offensive lineman, and we've worked him there exclusively, and those are the plans going forward. Could they change? Possibly, but right now that's what it is.
Well, expected to get up near 100 today. Is weather at all a factor on anything you do on a day like this?
We can't control it. Yeah, obviously we keep an eye on guys. We monitor their hydration and their workloads. Anyway, we do that on a daily basis, but it's hot, it's cold, it's windy, it rains, it snows, whatever it is, we can't control it, so just deal with it. I'm sure it'll be hot in Miami. It'll be hot in Vegas. So
how do you view the competition at wide receiver? There's the 4 guys at the top there with a lot of starting experience in the NFL.
Yeah, well, I think we have good competition at that position, and it'll be determined by how the players perform. I can't control that, so we'll see how it goes here. Again, we're really getting into a good competition evaluation phase here now and into the next couple 2-3 weeks. We're kind of past the teaching stages, and we're into more of a production stage here. So we'll see what we can do. Looks like all 3 of our quarterbacks are pretty accurate in the passing game. Can get them the ball, so that's kind of, not saying they're all the same, but they can all throw the ball, and so that's been good for the receivers because they've gotten a lot of opportunities from the skill of the quarterbacks. So it's been good.
Bill, is Coach Gailey back today?
No.
Do you expect him back tomorrow?
When he's ready, he'll come back. I can't control that.
Bill, what's your sense in regard to what you have in terms of speed and athleticism at the linebacker position?
Yeah. It's what it is. I don't think it's going to change dramatically over the next few days. So, again, it's really about production and performance. How each guy does with his skill set and how he performs. I don't think they're going to get faster or stronger or grow bigger in the next coming weeks. So, their skill sets are their skill sets. How they perform with them, we'll see.
Bill, yesterday you mentioned the Army-Navy game here next year. Do you have a connection for tickets? I'm asking for a friend.
Do I think I could get a ticket to the game? I do. I think I could get a ticket to the game. Look, the Naval Academy has been nothing but exceptional and great to our family. So, I moved there when I was 4, and regardless of what my age or position was, whether I was in school, an assistant coach, a coordinator, a head coach, or whatever it was, whatever I've ever asked for from the Naval Academy, and specifically the people that are there now, Admiral Buck, Chet Gladchuk, Coach Ken, if I've asked them for anything, they have, delivered it on a silver platter, done as much as they possibly could. And whether that was my mom, my dad, my kids, anybody, they've taken care of our family to the absolute very best that they possibly could. And I sincerely appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So I think if I asked them for something, they would probably try to do it for me, because that's what they've done, for almost 70 years. So I have nothing but great things to say about the Naval Academy, the institution, football program, the athletic program, and Admiral Buck. It all starts with him and goes down. And so couldn't feel any stronger about an organization than that one.
Bill, you mentioned the quarterbacks earlier. What kind of progress have you seen from Zappy? He's obviously gotten a lot of work with Brian out.
Right. Yeah, he's making progress every day. Every day is a learning day for him. Every day is, a good day. Does some things better, then we put some new things in. And, sometimes that's a process depending on what it is and, how familiar he is with it or how comfortable he is with it. But, he's gotten better every day. Hopefully that'll continue. Sometimes it levels off. Sometimes it drops off. Sometimes it climbs higher. So we'll just have to see. But he's been good to work with, and he works hard, and he's smart, and, he has good skill set and I would say good anticipation in the passing game. But, we'll see what happens, when we start playing. He gets hit a couple times and all that. Like, there's things that we just can't see out here that will be a factor. But going in the right direction.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, great.